Welcome back to the Young Americans podcast. This is episode, 6.5 now. We're doing chapter 23 today. I'm your host, Maddie C. We also got co-host Joe and our special guest Jacob repping this John. Guys, please introduce yourselves.
Co-host Joe, right here.
Special guest Jacob, Insane the Membrane B.
Solid. Joe, if you could hit us with question numero uno of the day.
All right, guys, 1920s, modern ideals. New ideas. Why during the 1920s? Why is that the era that this comes forth?
All right. It's a pretty solid question. I'd say you got a lot of different factors. One of the more things is America's becoming global, right?
Right.
And just new ideas are spreading, new cultures, and we're seeing a little bit of rebellion coming from the younger generation,
Right. What about you, Jacob?
Yeah, dude, with those knee-high skirts, and the cigarettes and the driving, it's kind of a volatile combination, if you ask me, since cars, were just invented, and laws kind of were a bit different back then. So I mean, just a little bit of several things.
Culture shift.
Yeah, exactly. I also think that part of the little bit of a rebirth of the Progressive Party might have played a little bit into that. People are trying to get a little bit more say because from the more conservative parties in the government.
I think it's well said. I think it's well said. For me, I think it's because you have the World War One has ended. You have national pride. Things are doing well. America, like Matt said, is getting global. I think that's all correct answers.
Yeah. And now I see, Jacob, you really funny that you mentioned cars. And I think actually cars is a very important
Real gone.
recent.
Cars full of
Speed. I am speed. Ciao. All right.
Ciao.
Good job. Good chicken.
But yes, cars really did, not just the movie, I'm talking about, the actual thing being invented, did change up how everything was. It changed up jobs, people could work farther now, and it changed up dating, right? I mean, I'm going out on a limb here, but I'm assuming you could date more people if you got a car,
Oh, wait, hold on, Matt. You gotta be historically accurate. At this time, they're called automobiles, not cars.
Well said.
Yeah.
So
Automobile.
so says the entire chapter.
All right.
So you have to say it the way everyone and grandma said it.
For sure.
All right. So next segment, a little bit of a game. All right. So you have 3 seconds to answer this question, Jacob. You're going first. All right.
All right, dude, got you.
All right. Close your eyes.
Mhm.
Ready? First thing. After I say this, tell me the first thing that pops in your head. All right. All right. You have 3 seconds to answer.
I'm scared.
Ready? 3, 2,
You
1.
should be
1920s.
Alcohol.
Alcohol. Why alcohol?
Fantastic
Elaborate.
answer.
Elaborate.
Prohibition, my guy.
Right. 18th Amendment. Yeah. All right. Matt.
Also, my English teacher kind of beat the dead horse that is The Great Gatsby over my head for an entire solid month. So alcohol and all that kind of comes to mind quite a bit.
I can definitely
geez.
see that. Yeah, I mean, women, cigarettes, automobiles, and alcohol. Yes, the golden four, except they're not very golden.
America's first baddies.
Oh, yeah.
They're all rather dirty, but yeah. So great answer.
All right, Matt, your turn.
Oh, my turn. First thing I think
Ready?
I want to have.
No, it's gonna be a different one, right?
All right.
Ooh.
All
I
right.
got my eyes closed. Hit it with me, homie.
All right. The annoying voiceover of jazz.
What?
Well, okay,
What?
see, you know how jazz, like 1920s,
Hold
are
up, what?
like over jazz go? That. All right.
So
One do different.
what do
one
I
do
think
different.
of that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, unlike you, I think of it as a cultural revolution. People got new stuff to dance to, right? We got our new bumps, right?
The blues.
That the elderly people did not like, The older people of that generation, what they liked, their good old, marches. They liked their old classical music, things like that, just good old-fashioned, composed music, and now we have jazz, right, which is a little more smooth and a
Yeah,
little
Beethoven was not exactly a popular artist in the Harlem Renaissance, I'll tell you
for
that
sure,
much.
for sure. It's
Guys,
just it
guys, guys.
very different. Yeah, what's up?
So like, okay? So America has country music, right?
Right.
But what would country music in like Ireland be? Like, is it called country
It's like
music or is it just called like Irish music?
It's just
Is
normal.
American country music like
yeah,
what do they call that?
It's normal Irish music, except their accent is stronger. Tell me
why don't you
one
Okay.
just like
country song where there's no twang. Tell me. Think of one. That's right. So, therefore, case in
baby
point.
you a
All right.
song, you make a matter roll my wind. That's not like that much twang.
Thanks. I don't know.
Georgia State Line.
All right, Jacob. If you could hit us with question
Spin
two.
me, mama, like a wagon
Or
wheel.
we could sing. All right. Cabaret night. But yes,
All right,
question
bro.
two.
All right. So, how does imperialistic exploitations change in the 1920s?
Well,
Oh,
Middle Eastern oil is now tapped by the British.
Someone say oil.
Some say oil. So,
Matt,
we have a central oil.
General Patton. You
Well,
should.
all
You
right,
should. I think
yeah.
you should answer this first, Matt.
All right, yeah. Daddy Matty's definitely got to make a comment on this one. So, I mean, oil. Yes, this is one of the world's most valued resources, and oil usage actually went up. I mean, obviously things like coal stayed for the railroads, but oil usage altogether went up by like 3%, which doesn't
I
sound
thought it was
big,
300%.
but that I believe that was electric power from oil, if
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not
my bad,
mistaken.
my bad.
So you have stuff like
And
diesel
then
motors.
coal was like heating homes and stuff, right?
Exactly. Coal was really
Okay.
limited to heating homes, but you had things like oil and oil heating, which also helped the factories. The factories really capitalized on oil, and then we also see oil go into World War II. But that's a topic for another
Don't
podcast.
time skip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
No
trying.
spoilers.
I'm trying. No spoilers. Nothing like that for me.
All right. All right, Joe.
All
Joe,
right.
what's
Yeah,
your answer?
I remember, yeah, man. They got oil in the Middle East. They got the British exploiting that, and pretty much, the French and the English split up the Middle East pretty
And
much
yeah,
however they
the
wanted.
creation of Iraq
The creation
happened
of
around this
Iraq.
time. Yeah.
So,
It's
yeah, I mean,
not a boulder. It's a rock.
That's
but
OP. Yeah.
all right.
So
Would you like to go for the next question,
yeah, so
or
question number three, I think I'll just do this one. So in the 1920s, I mean, obviously we have all this cultural shift and a little bit of political shift too. So who comes out on top? Who was the dominant political power of this time?
so the Republicans?
I would have to say the Republicans. Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they what, 3 presidents in a row?
Yeah, three
You have
presidents, three whole
President.
presidents.
Aldridge, Harding, and
Hoover.
They,
However,
they,
is it the Republican Party, mind you, had as it commonly had in history two big divides. You have the more conservative Republicans, you have the more progressive Republicans. So which one do you think shined in this era?
Definitely conservative, and I think that was the case for both Democratic and Republican parties. But as stated in the chapter, the more progressives from both parties actually formed their own. And during one of the elections, I forget which one, their candidate got like 5 million votes. So
Yeah,
pretty good for a third party.
yeah, that is
that's
true.
insanely good for a third party.
Yeah, so definitely Republican domination of this era, and possibly that conservatism, and I mean obviously conservatism spreads across a lot of different planes, and morally is one of them. So I think that spread of like very moral conservatism kind of brought the youth to rebel a little bit. That brought out their rebellious side.
Right.
In the youth.
Well, I think one of the issues is not an issue, certainly not an issue. One of the reasons, I should say, for how you have this more progressive shine between the parties now, women can vote. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
that I mean, we can't not mention that because now we have a America that really is represented.
Representing all of its citizens. Yes, for
At
sure.
least in theory, supposed to be right.
Although,
But
but women did
That's not
change
really how it
voting.
happened.
But everyone thought that women would all collectively vote for a singular party, and that's not really what happened. Women
Yeah.
affected the voting in a much less impactful way than
right,
politicians thought. they just kind of went with their, you know, who was
Husbands.
close to them,
Husbands and fathers.
husbands and fathers, which I mean kind of defeats the purpose, but oh well.
Just kind of increased each side's votes, really.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Any
Oh,
other comments about the 20s, guys? The Roaring 20s.
Oh yeah, dude. So I read in the chapter, and I thought this was really crazy. That I'm gonna have to look for him, but this pilot he went around the world, and on his welcome home, he had more people welcome him than the World War I vets did as they came home, which I thought that was absolutely crazy.
That is true. Yeah. So you
all right.
definitely have a once again the rebellious side. So yeah, this has been the Young Americans podcast, 1920s. Hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free
And
to
see you next
share
time.
your thoughts, and yes, see you next time.
Like, comment,
The intro got
subscribe.
more lively every time.
Peace.